Hey there, I'm Jessica Turner, author, creator, and founder of themomcreative.com. And today I'm so excited to have the one and only Kelly Rowland here for us to have just a mom to mom conversation about COVID vaccination. Now that everyone in the US ages 5 and older can get vaccinated, and this is a big decision for a lot of people. So we're just going to have an honest conversation about it and the questions that we've asked and what our own stories have kind of been like in this process. So, Kelly, thank you so much for joining me today.
No, thank you for having me. I'm delighted to be a part of this conversation, especially because it's literally on every phone call that I'm having right now. So it makes it like really just natural to talk about, especially because it's like a great platform and thank you for providing the platform for all of us moms to be able to talk about it
Yeah.
because I think that some things or sometimes we're thinking like, am I crazy to have this thought? And no, I think that all of our thoughts are very valid. You know what I mean? Like whether it comes to no, I'm doing it, or I'm scared to do it, or I'm just not sure. And I feel like the more we talk about it, the better we'll feel.
Well, it has been a wild 2 years, hasn't it? I would love
Oh,
to hear what it's been like for you and your family during this time.
it's been a very interesting time to say the least because of the fact that everything just kind of caught. I mean, like I'm sure I speak for everybody when I say that it just caught us all off guard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From school to work to that's really it. Social life, you know what I mean? But especially for kids.
Remind me how old your kiddos are.
I have a 10-month-old. Last year, this time I was pregnant.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Time flies.
I have a 10-month-old now, and Titan is 7. So when the
Okay.
pandemic happened, he was 6, coming from 5. And that was, 5, 6, 7 are such really intricate ages. I didn't know that until the pandemic hit,
Yep.
to be honest. So yeah.
I have a 7-year-old as well, so I know exactly what your experience was like
Thank you
during the
so much.
kindergarten on Zoom. It just wasn't was a challenge, wasn't
What?
it?
Yes, a challenge is definitely that's not even the word. It was like, "What just happened?" Like, I thought I was smart. You know, I'm smart. No, I'm smart. I'm definitely smart. No, you don't have this one. You gotta figure that out. It was that.
Just thinking about last year and what the holiday season was like last
Mhm,
year versus this year when
mhm.
we have these vaccines available, 5 and older, everyone can get vaccinated. How has that changed what this season is looking like for you?
The vaccination almost gives them a sense of freedom, like, we can do this, you know what I mean? We can totally be out here and be hanging out and playing together, but I think that you have to find your level of comfort in all of this, and that's what it's about.
I'm curious, as you've been looking into the vaccine, what were key things that you were talking about with your friends or that you were looking at as you made that decision for your family?
Side effects. It was side effects, it was, well, is it too early or too new of a vaccine? What's in it? It was so many questions that I had.
And we know that 200 million people have safely received the vaccine. And I think that data point is a great feeling of security, right?
Yeah.
Knowing that.
It does make me feel more comfortable because the
Right.
thing is I know if I'm not affected, his father's vaccinated, he's not affected. Like he's gonna be okay. He's
Yeah.
gonna be good. And I feel very comfortable with that. All his friends who've gotten it, they've been fine. Like they didn't even get sick. Like you know
Right.
how like, the first or second one will probably make you get sick or put you down for like the evening or whatever. They didn't get sick. I mean, I just feel like kids are just like invincible. Like they're so strong, you know?
Yeah. The same was true for mine. They didn't even skip a beat. I mean, it just went
Wow.
right on with their day. It's just amazing. Is getting vaccinated for you, did that help you return to a bit more normalcy? And do you see this vaccine for Titan helping that even more in your family?
Yes, absolutely. That's the part that gets me excited, especially over the holidays. Like, I'll start weeping because last year was so hard to be away from like our family. We love to be around our family, Titan's grandmother and her coming here for Christmas and, but we were all so nervous because we don't want to get her sick and get his great grandmother sick, who just hit her 90th birthday. So it's just like, it's, it's, it's going to bring us together in a really beautiful way to where, like I said, there's a sense of normalcy again because it just came and just rocked everybody's world, but especially the kids.
When you were vaccinated, did you receive or experience any side effects at all?
The second one I did, I
Okay.
was in the car and I was actually picking up Titan from school. And I was actually with someone and I said, we gotta go home. And literally the whole side of my body was just like, it
Mhm.
needed rest. That was really it. It just needed some rest. And I
Right.
went home and I rested and I would drank a ton of water and took vitamins and I was fine. Um, but I'm excited to be around like my friends again. You know what I mean? Whether we have like outside, hang time or the play dates that we've had with the kids outside, it's just like being able to do that again will be.
Right. It's so freeing. I feel like we've had so much decision fatigue during this season of, is this okay to do? Is this okay to do? And now that we have this vaccine, I feel like some of that is lifted. Would you say
It
that's
is. It is. And I think that like when they're all playing and somebody coughs or sneezes, we won't do like this. You know
right?
what I mean? It's like an immediate reaction right now. I just feel so bad. You're like, is your kid sick? You know what I mean? Or, like it's like I feel so bad doing that, but at the same
Right.
time, you have to ask these questions now. And we all as parents have to be aware, of our health, and the sake of our kids and the people around us and who are around us. I have a girlfriend who has her grandmother living with her and they couldn't do anything. Like they couldn't
Sure.
do anything because of her health. And like I was like, well, let's hang out. She was like, we can't do anything. And that was for months, like
Yeah.
he didn't see his buddy. And he was so affected by it. They would, hang out on Zoom calls or on their iPads, and play different games on their iPad together, but it wasn't the same. So when they saw each other, oh, I just cried.
Mhm.
I just cried because you could tell they just embraced for so long and like squeezed each other. And he was like, "You got bigger, no, you got bigger." Like it's you realize how important that social like chemistry is for them and how they need it, how they crave it. And if this vaccination can do that, let's give it a go.
Let's talk a little bit about the booster shot.
Mhm.
Is that something that you have been considering for your family as well?
Line me up. I am so ready for my booster shot. Like, not even a joke. I'm so excited about it. Just because, like, I mean, even now, I must say, like, with my vaccination, like, I feel safe. But because this is turning into something like there's a new name for this mutation, like every couple months, I need a booster. I want to feel protected. I really want to feel like I'm safer.
Is there anything else that you want to share, just kind of mom to mom? If a mom is watching this and she's considering whether or not she should get her child vaccinated, that you want to just share with her if you were having this conversation one on one?
Absolutely. I mean, I'd say you have to do what makes you comfortable. Get all the information that it is that you feel like you need. It's only fair. It's your body, it's your child, and you are doing the right thing by asking all the right questions. You wouldn't be the best parent that you are if you didn't. So get in and take in all the information that you possibly can get. You deserve it. And but watch the information that you get also because I think that sometimes there's information that's misleading and that is also not even valid. So like find the people that you feel like really want to share great information with you. If I didn't want to do this, I wouldn't say it. Like I was just saying, like I just wanted to be very authentic when I talk about it
Mhm.
because this is actually my reality right now. It's all of our realities. So
Right.
and let's just share as much information and knowledge about this as we possibly can as moms because we're all just figuring this out as we go.
Yeah,
The
we
truth.
really are.
Yeah.
So, Kelly, as you were considering whether or not to vaccinate your son, I'd just love to hear who you talked to and how you came to the decision to make the choice to vaccinate him.
It was really from my godfather. He's a doctor, and he has read up on everything, and it was very simple for him. He was just like, "Get my baby vaccinated." It was not like not a thought at all. He's just wanted him to feel safer. He was like, he's gonna have this sense of like, being a kid again and a sense of normalcy again. That really meant a lot to him, and that means a lot to me as well. But that was a main thing for him. He's just like, it's so many other things, that can really affect our kids that we probably, do by accident every day. He was like, this vaccine is going to give them a sense of freedom again.
Kelly, what would you say to moms as they're gathering information? They
Mhm.
can't come to your godfather. Who should they go to for gathering information that's science based and that really makes sense for what they should do for their own families?
Even though my godfather gave me that information, I was still gathering information on my own, and I was asking pediatricians, or our pediatrician, and even pediatrician friends of friends that we know, because I just wanted to get everything that I could and see what the common denominator was. You know what I mean? And for me, it was like, I don't care if I'm asking you till you blue in the face. Like, don't let anybody make you feel like, why are they asking me these questions? Every single question that you ask is important because it's your kid, and your kid is your world. And the fact that you were just blessed with this beautiful little spirit, it is our job to protect them. And the fact that you ask them the questions goes to show how dope of a parent you are.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It was wonderful to chat with you about this.
You too. You too. Thank you so much for having me.